Hello, this is Stacy Hayden with eList Realty. Today I want to share 10 tips to ensure a successful HUD contract package. Completing the package in its entirety with no errors and meeting the HUD given deadlines are critical. Failing to correctly and timely submit your package could result in cancellation of your buyer's bid and cause them to lose out on the property of their dreams. Let's get started. Tip number 1. Be sure to use the right forms and include all required documents with your package. In Region 1D, there are 3 asset managers and their forms each vary slightly. Using one asset manager's forms for a property listed by another asset manager could result in your package being rejected. When submitting your package, include all forms necessary for that specific property and buyer. If the property was built prior to 1978, be sure to include the lead-based paint addendum. Also, if your buyer is an owner-occupant, make sure you've included the owner occupancy certification. Omission of any required documents will cause you to have to make corrections, and deadlines can be tight. Tip number 2. Verify that your contract is identical to your bid submitted on the HUDhomestore.com website. Do not make any changes to any of the information on Form 9548, as this will cause your package to be rejected. Note that you may change some details such as financing method once the contracts are executed, but you may not alter this information in your contract package. Tip number 3. This one sounds like a no-brainer, but make sure your buyer's name and Social Security or TIN are correct on all the forms. Also note that your buyer's name must be identical on every document. If he uses his middle initial on Form 9548, it must be included on every document thereafter. Don't forget to include the form of ownership next to the buyer's name on the contract. Possibilities include in-severalty for individual buyers and joint tenants for multiple buyers. Tip number 4. Include the case number and property address on every page of the package. While this may not be required, it will help to ensure all documents remain together and eliminate the potential for individual pages to be misplaced. Tip number 5. Earnest money is required on all HUD properties, and the amount of earnest money required varies by asset manager. Some may require only $500 or $1,000, depending on list price, while others may require 1% with a range between $500 and $2,000. One thing that doesn't vary is that earnest money must always be in the form of certified funds. This can be a cashier's check or money order, but may not be personal or corporate bank checks. Note that the check must be submitted with the contract package. A copy of the earnest money check will not be accepted. Tip number 6. Don't forget to include the lender pre-qualification for financed offers and proof of funds for cash offers. Verify that the amounts provided in this document will be sufficient to cover the purchase price of the property. Do not submit a pre-qual letter stating buyer approval for $75,000 when the bid amount was $100,000. This will not be accepted. Tip number 7. Be sure to sign and initial everywhere requested. There are a number of places throughout various forms where this is required. Any signatures or initials missed will result in the package requiring revisions. Tip number 8. HUD requires that all forms in the contract package be signed in blue ink. This is an easy item for brokers and buyers to forget, but it is one that will cause your package to be rejected if failed to comply with the requirement. Tip number 9. Whether or not your principal broker is involved in the transaction, he or she is required to sign Form 9548. This is required because your principal broker owns the NEID registration under which you submitted the bid for your buyer. Note that an exception can be made if your principal broker has provided you with a letter authorizing you to sign on their behalf. As we just discussed, be sure to use blue ink. Tip number 10. Deadlines. With HUD, deadlines are critical, and missed deadlines will result in your buyer's bid being canceled. HUD requires that completed contract packages be submitted within 2 business days of bid acceptance, and they mean it. We recommend that you use an overnight service such as FedEx or UPS, since they guarantee delivery and are typically dependable services. Sending the package via regular mail because overnighting is too expensive will likely cause you to lose your potential commission because HUD will cancel your bid. Once submitted, watch for emails requesting contract revisions, as these must be returned within 48 hours. Again, failure to correct documents timely will cause your bid to be canceled. Well, that's all the tips we have for now. Following all these tips should ensure that your contract package is accepted and help get the property into escrow and closed quickly. As always, if you have any questions about HUD properties or procedures, you may call my office at 720-270-2920 or email me directly at stacy.hayden@eListREO.com. Thanks for watching.